Hello. How is everyone today? So, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm feeling a lot better today. I started actually feeling a lot better yesterday because if you watched the video on Thursday, excuse me, was it Thursday or Friday? Might have been Friday's video. Yeah, because today's Sunday. It was Friday's video. The pain body for me was real, you know, but I didn't allow it to consume me like it normally does, which then ends up me getting into arguments with so many people because of the pain body. And then I have regrets later. And then I got to go back and apologize and also the good jazz. So I didn't allow it to do that this time. Did I cry? Yeah, I did. But I didn't keep it, I didn't internalize it. I kept it at surface level. I was aware of what was going on. I was completely understandable that the pain is gonna subside. It comes and it goes, and it comes and it goes, and it's gonna eventually go away. What I didn't do was keep it, and that's what normally I would do, is I would keep that pain, and I would hold on to it and then make it into something even bigger, than what it was, And this month, my pain body was awoken because of my sister. Next month, my pain body might awaken for anger. Henry, let the dogs back in. Get that out of your mouth. Okay. I never really know, ahead of time what's gonna awaken my pain body. It just happens. Some months I'm very angry. I mean, very angry. And then other months I'm very sad. And then other months I'm just aggravated. Like every little thing is aggravating me. I never really know. But what I do know is now I know how to keep it. And hold it. And then let it go. I know now not to internalize it and build it into something that is bigger than what it's supposed to be, if that makes any sense. So today is Sunday. I'm hoping that everyone watched Friday's video. It was a very intense video. I felt, only because I was feeling the emotions. Yesterday I had a lot of stuff to do when I came home. It was my first day back to work. Excuse me, for my vacation. And I was just really tired yesterday. I mean, I was really tired. I'm also really tired today, but I was like, I'm not going another day without making a video, so hello. I really hope that this is reaching some people that, needs this help, because I feel like this is really good information. Oh, sorry. That can help a lot of people. I was able to get someone earlier today that reached out to me yesterday for more information about letting go and forgiveness. She asked if that includes divorce. And yes, it does. Now, obviously, I won't share her name because no, I'm not going to do that. And I don't know her whole story. She just kind of gave me like a little outline of it. So, but it was exciting to be able to reach out and be able to help someone. And I really hope that she takes my advice. Does letting go and forgiveness go with divorce? It goes with anything. It goes with everything. If you're holding on to whatever you're holding on to because of a situation or a circumstance or whatever, and you can't forgive, you have to be able to let go first. And in order to do that, is like what I said, you have to understand, you have to be awake and understand that, well, the person that did that, the person that did that to me, they weren't fully awake. So as much as it hurt, as much as it downright sucked, you can understand that, first of all, you've survived, because if you are able to go to work and live your life and all this other good jazz, then you've survived whatever happened. And that in itself is enough for you to let go and forgive, because, and like I said, I don't know what happened with her ex, but bottom line is that it's hindering her by her not letting go and being able to, forgive. Don't let go and forgive for, him. And that's another thing she said, is that, she could let go and forgive if he would apologize. But even an apology is not really, it's not going to be the magic words that you think it's going to be. People can say I'm sorry all the time. Those are words. Words don't really mean a lot. Actions definitely do. Actions absolutely speak louder than words. But, even if he gives her the apology that she really wants, it's going to lead to more questions being asked. And that goes with everybody. That goes with everybody. That goes with, if this person wronged me and I want them to stand up and admit it and apologize. You can force them to do that. But is it really going to mean anything? No, it's not. Because it's always going to, like I said, lead to more questions. Well, if you love me, then why would you do that? And the guy or the girl's gonna say, well, I said I was sorry. Yeah, but sorry's not good enough. Exactly. It's not. It's not good enough. But what is good enough is you saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to work on me. I'm going to check myself. I'm going to check the fact that I'm going to clear all of this out so I can let go and forgive anything and everything that has ever happened, because that's not the person who I am or who you are. I grew up in a very abusive house, and I walked around my entire life as the abused. I'm abused, and I acted as such. Now, did I walk around crying and telling everyone my story? No, I didn't. But what I did do was lash out in anger towards everybody. If I ever felt that my sense of self, that I thought was my sense of self, was going under attack. So I was constantly defending myself. I was constantly apologizing. I was constantly, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I was constantly putting myself in every single situation that was wrong, saying, I know it's my fault. Erica, you're on vacation. Erica, you didn't work here for 2 years. How is it your fault? Well, because I should have known, that in the 2 years that I was gone. No. So I walked around still being the abused. And it showed in everyday situations, So I don't walk around like that now. And it's only been a short amount of time that I've started this whole journey and being able to walk around and stuff like that and feeling the way that I do. And it's amazing. It's amazing. And yeah, Friday was an emotional day. It was very emotional for me. And like I said on Friday with that video, I would be lying if I were to tell you that once you meditate and once you do all this, let go of your ego and judgment and all that good jazz, that it's not going to be work. No, it's still going to be work. Because again, emotions, they come and go. And they're real. These emotions are real emotions. This isn't just, make-believe type thing and I'm just going to go ahead and dramatize it. No, these emotions are real. But I didn't internalize them. I was the ocean. And my emotions were the waves. And I let the waves come and I let the waves go and I let them come and I let them go. And they came and went all day long. But what I didn't do was take those waves and keep bashing everybody in the head with them. Especially myself. Because that would have been me. I'm feeling this way, so everyone else around me has to feel this way too. And then when my pain body subsides and I'm no longer feeling that way, then I have to go to every person I love and say, so I'm really sorry that I really was acting like that, and I was just feeling like this, and can you forgive me, blah 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 blah. And it's going to come to the point to where you can't keep apologizing for doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. The apology doesn't mean anything. I tell my kids that all the time. When my kids do something and then they're like, oh, but mommy, I'm sorry. Okay, but you just apologized for that a couple days ago. Same thing. You cannot continue to do things over and over and over again and then apologize and think that that's okay and that it's, everyone's going to be fine with that. People aren't going to be fine with it all the time. I've been fortunate that my family, understands where I came from, blah, 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 all that good jazz. And, they've endured the pain body as long as forever. But I think it's time for me to be able to stand up and do something about it, And I guess that's what the theme of this video is today. Are you going to stand up and do something about your own pain body? Take a responsibility for it. And even though it wasn't you that built it, because that'll be the next thing. It's not my fault that went through that. They shouldn't have done this. No, it's not. You're absolutely right. It's not your fault. I agree with you 100%. It wasn't my fault that I'm deaf in one ear because I got smacked in the face with a belt. It's not my fault. But it's there. It's there. So what am I going to do about it? Keep lashing out because it's not my fault? Or am I going to stand up and take responsibility for it? For what I'm doing now? Because that happened when I was 9. I'm 45. Why am I still lashing out? You know, at some point in time, you have to stand up and take responsibility for what you're doing, how you're doing it, and what you're bringing to your own table as an adult. As an adult, as a preteen, as a young adult, at some point in time, you have to be able to stand up and take responsibility for your own actions. And stop blaming circumstances, situations. Is it unfortunate? Yes, it's absolutely is. It really is. I can agree with you 100%. But do you really like walking around feeling like the abused or the one that was cheated on or the one that has the emotional abuse? Do you like feeling like that? Or do you want to take yourself to where you go, you know what? I want to finally understand what it feels like to be happy, regardless of past circumstances, regardless of past situations. Because I can tell you that with all of my circumstances and situations, I'm actually happy. And I did that. I did it. Which is why it's so important for me to be able to look at you guys and tell you that it doesn't matter what you've been through. It's not who you are. That's not your story. It's a situation. Hold on a minute. What are you doing? It's my son. So, honestly, when it comes to what you do and how you do it, and how you choose to let go and forgive, you know, I chose to look at it like, you know what, my family didn't know any better because there was so much abuse in the chain of my family. You know, they didn't know what they were doing. It was done to them, 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 blah, 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 blah. And the cycle keeps going. That's what the cycle of abuse is anyways, right? No one's awake. Everyone's asleep. Everyone's doing it to each other because they're hitting each other with their own pain body because of what they went through and how they went through it, yada, yada, yada. I know that I broke that. Oh, yes, I did. I broke my chain. You know, my family chain. With my kids. And I could definitely stand up and say, wow, that's awesome. So they weren't awake. My family wasn't awake. I'm awake. They weren't. And unfortunately, I had to endure that. But the good news is that I am a strong enough person to not allow it to put me in a corner. I kind of smiled because I thought of Dirty Dancing. It didn't allow me to be put in a corner. and sit there crying every day. You know, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. No. No. Was it excusable for me to smoke like a chimney and lash out on everybody around me because I was feeling hurt? No, it's not healthy either, Erica. And I'm very, very, very thankful that, you know, I'm not thankful that my sister's gone at all. But what I am thankful about is that she's not gone in vain. And that's very important for me. You know, her death woke me up. It did. It truly did. I mean, there's no even, I don't even need to go into any more detail than that, because it's in that one sentence, her death woke me up. Has so much meaning behind it. And it's the truth. And am I sad that my sister is not here physically? Absolutely. Am I happy for her that she is out there free and flying high? Absolutely. Am I really happy that I am awake now? And all that anger that I've had and been holding on, that I didn't even know I was holding on. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I wasn't. I really wasn't. Am I fine now? Yeah. Will I have a day like I did on Friday and it kind of break me down a little bit? Yeah, just a little. But I didn't let it go full force. I was aware that the pain body was there and wanted me to open up completely and just explode, and I didn't. I didn't. I took the day. I'm like, you know what? This is fine. This is okay. I understand what's going on now. And you're going to let it come and go. And like I said, eventually it's going to get better and better to where eventually it won't be that hard. So I hope that the lady that I messaged out today, I hope I helped her, you know, and I hope that I can help any of you, you know, asking any questions, because honestly, letting go and forgiveness applies with anything and everything. There is no situation that you are not able to let go and forgive. I mean, none. None. You can let go and forgive anything by understanding that the opposite person that did that to you, whatever it was, person, people, they didn't know. They did not flippin' know. Is that excusable? No, that's not an excuse. But it is the reason. And it's the only reason that will get you to your path of letting go and forgiveness. That's my dogs, by the way. They're playing. Stop. Come on. Those are my dogs. So when you look at your situation, you look at whatever happened to you or whatever you're going through, whether it's you or, you know, even with kids, even if it's your kids, I have a daughter. She's 25. Trust and believe. trust, I believe, situations have happened with her. You know, and even when it's with them. Okay, guys, come on. Even if it's with kids. You know, which is like, okay, but that's personal. That's my baby, and it's going to feel different. I beg to differ. I beg to differ because it doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter what hats they wear. They're still people. Doesn't matter that they're supposed to be your daughter and they're supposed to be your son, or that's your father and that's your mother and aunt, uncle. It doesn't matter that they're wearing these hats. These are just hats of family members. That's all that anyone is just they're wearing a hat. Ideally, yes, we want our family members to be thicker than anybody else, period. But in reality, not every family is like that. Not every family has that Hollywood movie family. A lot of people do, and that's wonderful. A lot of people do. But there are some family members that, guess what? They're human. Before they became your family, they were human. They are entitled to their feelings, entitled to their emotions, entitled to they can be selfish, and they can be liars, and they can be judgmental, and they can be negative, and they can be all kinds of stuff that your friend could be. Just because, but that's my mom and she shouldn't be like that. No, she shouldn't be like that. She shouldn't be like that, not because she's your mom, but just because, what good does that do, being judgmental against anybody? So take the family out of it. You know, and Eckhart Tolle, I was listening again to The Power of Now book and the meditation book. You know, and he said, you know, people get hung up on words. And family is a word. It's a word. Mommy, daddy, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, they're all words. Do we want our family to be picture perfect, treat each other with respect? Because what's the saying? If you can't trust your family, who could you trust? Right? Right? Everyone's heard that? I've heard it. And I'm not saying that all family is bad either. They're not. But if you do have a family that has issues and problems and dysfunctions, so to speak, like me. I mean, not now, but like I did. Understand that just because they wear that hat does not mean that they're not going to make the same human mistakes that your friend at work would make. Doesn't mean that those same people will not be the same type of people that you work with, that you can't stand. But you're conflicted because it's like, yeah, but that's my mom. I can't feel like that. It's my dad. I can't feel like that. But at work, a person that acts like that, you don't want any part of. And it's true. I don't hang around people who lie. I don't like liars. I don't like people who are negative Nancy's. Complain about everything. Manipulate stuff. Manipulators, selfish people. I don't like them. I don't hang around with people like that. You know, at work you will get a, you know, how you doing, so on and so forth. You know, hey, this is about work, blah, 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 blah. But outside that, and that's the people that are my blood. My blood runs through their veins, their blood runs through my veins, all that good jazz. That's how they are. Liars, manipulators, selfish, judgmental. And I'm just not that person. But that's okay. They're allowed to be like that. They're human beings. They are human beings. So is your mom, so is your dad, so is your brother, sister, blah, blah, blah. All the people in your family. They are human beings, and they are capable and allowed to be like that. Just because you don't want them like that doesn't mean that they're not going to be like that. It sucks, right? So what do you do about that? You can't change somebody. You can't. You cannot look at someone else and try and change them. So what do? I mean, I didn't want that around my kids. So that was my decision. Mine and Herschel's, actually, because Herschel was like, they ain't going around my babies either. So, but what would you do? Like, you know, I didn't want that whole scene with mine. So they were out of theirs. They were out of their life. Not everyone's going to be like that. Hemi, let him out again. They ring the bell. Thank you, bud.
For what?
The dogs ring the bell. Can you let him out again? I trained him with a bell. I know. It took me a minute. It took me about a week. And now they ring up. It's a big cowbell I put at the back door. You could probably hear it. Do you hear it? Anyways, so if you can't change people, and you know you're conflicted with, well, that's my family, I don't want to get rid of my family. Okay, then don't worry about it. You don't have to. But what you do need to do is accept the fact that they are human beings. Accept the fact that they're selfish people, they're jealous, they're liars, they're whatever negative thing that they are. You have to accept it. Once you accept that, and once you can look at, well, that might be why they did this and this and this and this and this. So you've accepted, you've let go, and now you can forgive. And that's the bottom line. And that's why I'm telling you that is the case for any and every situation. Letting go and forgiveness go hand in hand for any and every situation. Period. I don't care what you've been through. With who you've been through. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The most important relationship is the one that you have with yourself. Period. And if yourself and within yourself you cannot forgive, you're messing your relationship up with you. If you can't let go. So I really hope, I'm trying not to make these videos so long because I feel like maybe some people aren't watching them because it's like, oh, she's talking for an hour. But the hour goes by so quickly. So it's 34 minutes into it. I'm going to end it right here. If you guys still want me to talk longer, by all means, comment. Send me out a, hey, Erica, no, please keep talking for an hour because we love it. But it is 5 o'clock and I'm tired. I have to go to my resource again tomorrow, which is fine. So it's all good. I got tomorrow and Tuesday and excuse me. I am so sorry. So much love to all of you guys. If you have anything that you would like to talk about, please comment. And like I said before, subscribe. Press the little like button or whatever, so anytime I do post a video, it gets updated. Or no. You get notified. Okay. You guys have a wonderful night.